And we're live.
We are.
Thanks for the delay. Your patience with our delay. We just had to get our systems up. Invicta Ryan here with Brian Kessler, and we've got about 25-30 minutes with you with some really great watches and some huge markdowns.
Yeah.
Like 60% off on some of these timepieces.
There's a great markdown here with some fun watches here. Maybe some you have seen for quite a while out here, but it's always fun to work with you.
Yeah.
I love doing these shows. Unfortunately, we don't have any beer today.
No beer today. Show. But we'll have updates on the cruise and a whole bunch of other things, along with some previews at the very end for some watches you haven't seen yet. But we're going to jump into Thor first.
Yeah, let's do that. So first item of the show, obviously, stems from our Sub-Aqua Sea Dragon series out here. And we just have one option, and I believe we're calling this, we're going by the case color. So this one is actually technically blue. The other option actually is out. But Thor, from Asgard, son of Odin, he always had his hammer, which was his weapon or whatever that he did everything. And here's the cool thing too, is because you'll see the hammer is actually right along here on both sides.
Right there on the lugs.
Right on the lugs there, right in between the lugs on both sides of the case there for you. So, and then of course, just with all of the other, it's a Norse mythology, all the different etchings that go around for the bezel and also for the dial. And then of course, just the colors of the watch then too represent Thor.
So here is more of that beautiful blue metalwork going all the way around. You've got, of course, a fold-over diver's lock clasp on the back.
Safety clasp.
And a lot of great spots of color right there on that Colosseum internal bezel.
Well, that's it. And this watch, we've had some different variations of it before. It's something I don't have yet in my collection, and it's that Sea Dragon. It's known for having a little bit more of a case, and you'll see right here, we can go in a little bit deeper. We'll be able to see some of the other things that actually are really neat about the watch.
3 crown covers.
Right, and so for the crown, also for the function pushers. And I don't know if you knew this, but when it comes to this watch, the whole design of the watch is these crown covers or function pusher covers. They're actually, the idea came from the torpedo tubes of a submarine, the breech hatches, where they open them up, put the torpedoes in, lock them down with this hatch. And that's how the inspiration behind this particular model actually came about.
It's a McHale's Navy moment.
There you go.
2018 for Invicta.
But I mean, this is a solid watch.
Yeah.
We're talking about 500 meters of water resistance. When we go on this next tight shot, I want to show you the back of the bracelet. It's a little bit more of a complex design, as you can see, for this bracelet behind here, with the different plating, of course, then going for the blue and also then that gunmetal that's a part of this watch.
I like the oversized knurling on the outsides.
Yes.
These links as well. Hey, we're talking $409 off the regular price if you want to pick it up before it's gone. That's a 60% savings right off the top. And your value pays are under 50 bucks. And in fact, your value pays are an even $45. So if you've never shopped with us on our regular broadcast or on this YouTube show, you make one value payment today of $45, that one-time shipping and handling, then some sales tax or not, depending on where you live.
Sure.
And the watch is on its way to your home. Got 30 days to try it on, to show it off. If you decide to keep it, you just make your next payment 1 month after today, and you pay it off interest-free.
Yeah, so you see the watch on my wrist here. I have a 6 3/4 inch. Still a great fit. There is a high profile that goes along with the watch. About 21 millimeters is rising up from the wrist, but the bracelet is quite generous for those of you who have the larger wrist size. I would say about up to 9 inches. And here you get to see that level of detail with that hammer. Yet again, both north and south of the case. You can even see the etching that goes along just on the outside of the hammer in addition for you. And then, of course, a little bit of a domed crystal looking all the way in.
Liking that.
Yep. And then with all the Marvel timepieces, Brian, they're all numbered limited editions. So 3,000 on this one will ever be made, and that is if we make all those different variations.
52 by, let's see. 21 millimeter, yeah. Super Luminova on that.
Yeah,
explain how that differs from Tritnite.
Well, a lot of people a lot of collectors like to hear Super Luminova. We have Tritnite, which is a great product. Super Luminova is another fantastic material out there that we don't manufacture ourselves, but it is a glow-in-the-dark property. So it will absorb that daylight, an artificial light, and it'll give you a nice, bright, brilliant glow when you're in those low-lit situations. For example, on this watch, for the skeletonized hands that are in the inside of the watch. Also, the individual hour markers then are painted with that Super Luminova.
Nice. A very solid watch, solid links all the way through. 60% off, you're saving way more than you're spending we're talking $400+ off the regular price. So 45 bucks, it's on your wrist in a couple of days. You just make that payment. If you are going to shop, go to our regular website called evine.com. You'll see the item number 650268. The price today is $269.99. It goes back up to $679 after this window closes.
And we just had that. Victor said that's a hot piece. Richard, we're starting now. Let's see. Just need to refresh. Yeah. And you guys make sure also that you guys hit the subscribe right down at the very bottom. We want you to be able to subscribe because then you can see Evine's comments here with the links going to the individual watches and anything else that's going on with Evine.
Questions?
So,
yeah, hit the like button. All right.
That's right. Look, Uncle Todd's in the house. I hope these two arm wrestle.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, here we go. We're already going off the rails.
Newton, come on.
All right.
All right, Subaqua Noma 2.
Yes.
Limited edition. Here we go again. And we have it for you today in the silver tone. We were taking a really close look at this watch before we started. Some really great metalwork on the inside of that dial.
Yeah, well, we have watches. I mean,
This is like the ultimate skeletonized dial.
Yes, I mean, this is a highly complex dial. There are multiple layers that go along. There are different ways you can actually kind of read on the inside when it comes to this. And this movement out there, for those of you who have maybe been collecting just the last couple of years, you probably haven't seen this movement much. It's from Ronda, and it's the 5030D. So what that is it tells you the time, tells you the date, and there's a chronograph, but if you'll see right down at the very bottom, subdial there, it says up to 12. So it's a 12-hour totalizer that's a part of this watch. We also include in the tachymeter scale going all the way around that outer chapter ring that's been done. But we still have a nice level of water resistance that's associated with the watch, and that is 300 meters. Still above and beyond professional dive specs, screw down crown, screw down function pushers. And I like the case back on this, Brian, as you'll see right here. We'll try to get this for our new camera operator today,
nice
who I think is doing a great job, Mallory. So thank you, Mallory, for a good job today. So you can see right on the back here the different screws, and again, level of integrity with that case back that goes along with this timepiece.
When did the first Subaqua Noma come out?
It was about, let's see, I'm trying to think. It was over 12 years ago. Okay. Subaqua Noma 1 came out over 12 years ago. It might have been about 13, 14 years ago now. Okay. So quite a while ago. And so we've had the 6 different generations. I know Vic was asking about the 7th generation. Haven't heard anything on that. Usually when we're developing, Justin and I, we don't even know. It's all just really sort of an absolute secrecy until a certain point. And then they'll release it and kind of get it out there, get you guys all excited about it. So, and when we hear about that, we will definitely let you know.
All right. Limited edition today.
I'll put this
59% off, so that's a total savings of $290. And you're getting it home on 6 value pays of $33.17.
Ooh, under 200 bucks. That's, yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
So the Subaqua Noma 2 is really, I consider it to be the rarest amongst all 6 different generations that we do have within the Subaqua collection. Yeah.
Why is that?
The 2nd and the 4th, we don't manufacture as many of them. You'll see a lot of Subaqua Noma 1s.
I've seen a ton of 3s.
A ton of 3s, exactly. We've had a lot of 5s. We have some more 5s actually coming up here over the next week. And also the 6s, the latest generation. We've had a number of the 6s also. So, I mean, if you want, if you want to really complete that collection, this would be a fantastic way to do so. Limited numbered edition, only 1,500, Brian. So that's a pretty finite number when we're talking about number limited editions.
In Ronda 5030D.
Yep.
So very, very easy watch to have and to wear. It's called quartz.
Yeah, reliable and accurate time. That's all part of this 5030D.
So from Subaqua 2 to 3 to 4 up to 7, are they mostly stylistic changes?
Yeah, there are a lot of, when we went from the 1 to 2, we both kept them. I mean, the first one was actually even smaller than 47 millimeters. We brought it back later, a bigger size. They're 47 millimeters. Then we've gone up in size to about 50 millimeters for the remaining timepieces. But what we typically do, especially starting with the 3rd generation, I mean, what we have here too are the 2 different risers that come up outside of the 0 mark.
Right.
To indicate the 2nd Subaqua.
Why don't you go ahead and point those out?
Right. So right here.
We're going to.
Yeah. So if we just show right here, And also right down a little bit further right here, that designates this as being that second generation. Third has 3 rider tabs, 4 has 4 rider tabs. They're a little bit more prominent, fifth and also the 6th generations. Nice. So, but that's how you can always distinguish what they look like.
Like the Lynx, high polish going all the way down with that center station being very aquatic.
Yes, excuse me, we refer to that, we have that in the 1st generation too. We refer to as, I almost had, sorry, the scale design that goes along, that's included in on both the 1st generation sub-aqua Noma.
It's almost like a raised gator scale on that. So we haven't seen it since July. Your item number for the sub-aqua Noma 2 limited edition, 648166. So what's going on with Newton Media?
People are asking
Limited
Mallory to
liability.
make an appearance.
Well, now you have to. Come on out.
All right, so here's...
What's with the LLC going on here?
Yeah, here we go.
Cracking out.
Oh, that's, yep. So there's Mallory. She's doing a great job on the cameras today. Thank you, Mallory. Let's see. Let's see. Ryan, where'd you get that jacket? Actually, I got it at a little boutique men's store in Excelsior a few years ago. So
Okay.
it's got a little, I think, guitar in the back. Is that right?
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool.
Cool.
All right.
So what was this? Somebody wanted to bid on your jacket? What was
that? Someone did.
I wanted to bid on Ryan's. Oh, Todd.
Oh, Todd. That doesn't count.
Okay. All right.
All right, so one last look here at the watch. 47 millimeters in the case diameter. The profile is 19 millimeters. That's just a hair over 3/4 of an inch rising up. Okay, so the cruise.
Yeah.
We're coming up.
Give us an update.
Yeah, so we're at the 3rd Invicta cruise. We're over 82% sold out, and it's going to be very, very close. Probably in the next week to 10 days, I imagine we're going to be calling it a sellout, and that's a sellout in the cruise industry there when you reach about that 85%. So if you guys want to get on, there are still rooms available. Here's some footage from the cruise. Eli was there last year.
Yeah.
Eli had a blast. Right, Eli?
Yeah.
Eli's here. We're talking to him in case.
Really good time.
So there are activities going on, there are events going on, there are parties going on, and of course, we're broadcasting the entire time. Here's where the expo was, where some of the collectors like to show off some of their collections out there, and it's always impressive, and it's always fun to be able to go down there and see some of the collections that our collectors have amassed here over the years. And it's just a big camaraderie of everybody getting together out there. And you know, when it comes to the prices too, Brian, if you want on that same ship a week before, a week after, going to Nassau and back, it's going to be more money than what you can pay for this cruise to get to go.
Yeah, cruise is a lot of fun, great value, and everything's all there for you. All right, we're going to get into the Dragon Lupa. Lupa is one of the first iconic designs that I got to know Invicta by when I first started here. People have tried to replicate it, but have never been able to do it, and it's unique.
Yeah, when people have actually tried to replicate it, we have a patent on it, and those patents are heavily enforced.
Oh, I'm sure.
So yeah, you don't want to be on the receiving end of something like that. So,
No, me at home, no, I wouldn't try that.
yeah, so beautiful design, really. Probably our most iconic design is stemming from the Lupa, of course. Debuted back in 2002, #1 selling watch in the world in 2003. And what we've done with these different variations, so we've brought back the bracelet, and this is that Lupa Dragon size. We brought that back,
Very
that
cool
bracelet that
links.
we've had from years ago. And also we included in on the Lupa Diver, which was a round case design, actually one that I have. So 3 different color choices. We're going with either green that you'll see off to the left of your screen, the khaki in the middle, which is actually more of a matte finish, and then of course then the burgundy that you'll see off to the right. A very generous bracelet, but again, I'll put on the teal here. I think this just
Teal
looks
is awesome.
amazing with that great dial.
Yeah, look great with jeans.
Right, and with a guitar jacket.
Yeah.
There you go. So Swiss movement also on the inside of this. So we have the Ronda Z60 that's moving, and check this out. I mean, that looks hot.
I'm shocked by the markdowns that we have today. This one's 64%
Great
off.
price.
And these new finishes. And more coming.
Right. Well, there you go. So regular Evine price is $1 shy of $500, you guys. $178.99 here to get into it today, 64% off.
Now the khaki's got a little bit more of a, what do you call it?
Matte finish?
Matte finish.
Yeah, matte I
sandblasted
refer to
finish.
an industrial matte finish, as you'll see on the screen even right there. But isn't it cool to see those individual links there that go across? And we've had requests for this bracelet to come back, and I'm glad we've brought it back
And also
for you today.
The high polish furnace blue Roman numerals, or not Roman, but Arabic numerals, and hands as well.
Yeah, and check this out. Mike Freeman said, I have the maroon and it is bad to the bone. So that's, Mike has one. And actually one thing we haven't shown are the exhibition windows on the back of the watch too. Okay. So for that Swiss movement, we do have that exhibition window where you can see what's called the top plate. You can also see the round component. That's actually the battery right down there too. That's all a part of this watch for you. So yeah. It's actually very highly detailed, and with these colors,
great key design going on.
They're very, very unique with the color plating that we've done on these watches to be able to deliver and just really to add to your collection.
Tell everybody about the warranty too, because that's been made a lot easier for everybody because it becomes automatic.
Yeah, so we've had different warranty options over the years, and we just decided, you know what, we're just going to make it really simple, just kind of do it right. And so a lot of times you'll find a 1-year warranty from a lot of watch manufacturers. What we've decided is to have a 3-year warranty.
Nice.
And so with that warranty, you just buy your watch here in Evine, and the warranty starts from your date of purchase. So even though you get the watch in a week, we just reference the date of your purchase on that invoice, so we have a reference point. So
just hang on to the invoice.
Yep, and what the warranty basically covers are the internal components of the watch. Like if you take the watch and you somehow break the crystal. I mean, even though with the hardened crystals and everything, every now and then if you just hit it, you could crack it or something. That's not covered under a warranty, such as like if you take your car off the car dealer lot and something hits the window, it's not the car dealer's responsibility.
Understandable.
Yep. But the internal components are.
Now, flame fusion crystal. Let's talk about the benefits of that.
The flame whoa, I'm still on vacation. The flame fusion crystal. Exactly. Flame fusion crystal. So I was mentioning a couple of crystals before. Mineral is known for its hardness. Sapphire is known for its scratch resistance. So we've combined both of those, and what I really call that ultimate crystal. So you have that hardness, you have that scratch resistance that goes along to really, especially with this watch too, you really appreciate the dial looking at in the inside. I love the different fonts that we've included in for that Z60 Ronda. I also like the different textures we've accumulated just with a couple different variants on the inside of the dial for you too.
Nice job. Very different from each other when you look at both, not only the case color, but also the dial. In the, what we're calling the burgundy, you've got a white dial.
Yep, and that's the one that Mike has.
Yep, and then in the teal green, or we're just calling this one green, you've got that nice gunmetal dial, and then with the khaki, you've got the almost like a champagne gold with furnace blue.
Richard said, love that burgundy. It goes with Redskins gear. And he also said, who knew it was National Pancake Day? Saw a post at the top of Evine's page. Actually,
there it is right there.
We were up in Duluth. Look at that.
Yeah, there it is.
We were up in Duluth and actually went
So
to
it
a
must
little
be
diner
official.
and had pancake as part of our breakfast. Didn't even know. With some blueberry syrup. It's good.
There you go.
Yummy.
Yeah, that's right.
Like Pulp Fiction, the blueberry pancake.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Didn't you reference that once already on the?
I don't
like
know.
a couple YouTube shows ago?
No,
No?
it was probably Newton.
Maybe it was.
Sounds like something he would bring up. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Blueberry pancake?
Pulp Fiction.
See,
With the watch and the blueberry
You remember
pancakes.
this scene? I don't remember this.
you have to look it up, Eli.
We only got so much
That was-
time.
that was
Otherwise,
Eli, by the way.
We would show the movie right back here. Wouldn't that be
Correct.
something?
That'd be
like
great.
movies in the park. All right, now we're getting to the Nautilus. This was one of the watches that was the camera caught a glimpse of on the cruise. Somebody had one or two of these Nautilus watches.
Yes.
In their collection.
Nautilus obviously is part of our Russian diver collection.
These are cool.
Yeah, definitely cool. Bigger watch, sitting at 52 millimeters. The case diameter profile is over, it's actually getting pretty close to almost an inch thick, just shy, 22 millimeters. But you want some attention to the wrist.
This feels
Russian
great,
diver
too.
is definitely one of those that you should consider. So it's got this cage system, which is really cool, that goes along, as you can see, on the top of the watch. And you're actually ordering by the bezel color. So that would be gold
So this is
tone
gold tone black, which you see right now because it's got the black cage, and then you got the silver.
I have the gold tone silver. Correct.
You'll
so
see that in a moment.
a couple things, Z60 on the inside, level of water resistance being 200 meters. Leather strap. The leather strap will fit all the way over a 9.5-inch wrist. So even those of you out there with a larger wrist size, definitely this watch can deliver on the wrist. What's the price?
This one is 73% off.
Holy
This is
smokes.
like a total giveaway.
One-
$148.99.
That's
I
a
know,
good
for a
deal.
Nautilus.
That's a good deal to be able to get in this watch. And I'll show you on my watch, actually, what
gonna go ahead
makes
and
this,
open it?
what makes this really, really cool is with the Nautilus, we've had a couple different variations. This one has a solid case back, as you'll see right here in just a moment. We'll be right there, so you can see this. But look at what happens. All I do is, and I have very short fingernails, I can pull out the little lever here and watch what happens to the entire cage. The entire cage will actually move around, and it brings you into a certain position right here. I can take and just, maybe I have to just face it down.
There you go.
Yep.
It
The
releases.
case actually comes off. And then I just bring the lever back up. Gives you more of a clean look on the inside. Now here's the thing. So the one thing you need to know is if you want to put this cage back on, you have to take the lever and pull down the lever first, and then the cage will actually drop into that channel. And you'll, right there, did you hear
Yep.
and see that? Then when it's dropped in the channel, that's when you pull this up. Everything is locked into place for you.
2 minutes in, 4 minutes.
So if there's sharks in the water where you're going, definitely have the cage on.
Did you know that we, when we broadcast back in 2012,
So that way they can't get in.
this might have been before
Eli?
some of you guys tuning in. We actually broadcasted from the Bahamas. And it was a small little island. Pete was there, I remember that. And we had sharks in the water. And Allison and Al were in water up to their waist, and sharks were swimming around. And we did the toss from U.S., or from here, from Eden Prairie, to the Bahamas. And we had sharks. We even had a floating raft. And the sharks were swimming under this floating raft during the show. It was
Fun.
really, really cool. Yeah.
Fun.
I stood in the water with the sharks, and then a ray came up to me. Like, it was a big, I mean, it was like this. And then it went over my feet, and I've seen how those things like chew fish. And then I thought, that's my foot. And then I got out. It was a little scary.
What you got to worry about is that barb from behind.
That's true.
Yeah. So here are the two choices. We've got gold tone black, and again, you order by the cage. So this has got the black cage over it, and he's got the gold tone silver. We've got more left in the black. I think the black is really the one that is the most distinctive.
Yeah, there's definitely more contrast there that you have. So that's what you're getting with that on the wrist. Again, remember, it's a Z60 from Ronda. Leather strap. All of our leather we source out of Italy. So you're getting a fine quality, fine grade leather. And I like it too. A little bit of that, more aggressive stitching that's a part of it.
Why don't you go ahead and open this one up so
Yeah.
you can see. It's a little bit of a color block number going on,
Yeah.
as you can see. So you've got like that luggage colored leather closest to the lugs, and then you've got the black trim on the edges. Same for both watches.
Yep. So I like how that gold tone just pops out quite a bit with all that gold that's on the case of this timepiece here for you. But again, very very long strap, as I mentioned, about 9.5 inches or even larger. But even smaller wrists such as mine, 6.5, 6 3/4, you're definitely okay to be there.
So it'll fit up to about a 9 1/4 wrist on that. So your value pay is not even $25. It's a look that most likely you don't have yet, but very much has a place in every collector's.
Somebody asked, how does a Bill asked, how does the 6 o'clock sundial function? That subdial actually is part of the chronograph. And so it will time up to 30 minutes for you, Bill. I'll show you real quick. I'll take off the cage just so you can see a little bit easier. So if I start the chronograph will be in operation right here. And then when this makes one full rotation, you'll see down at the bottom, that'll actually advance 1 notch forward. So that's how that works. And one other thing too is it looks like this chronograph is maybe not quite, it's offset just a little bit.
But you can stop that.
Here's how you do it real quick with the Rondas. You pull the crown out all the way, press both these buttons. Nothing's wrong. If your chronograph always doesn't end on the right spot, press these 2 buttons together. You're now, you're in recalibration mode. 1, 2, is that straight on?
That's it.
Okay, so now I push in the crown. Now look at, okay, start, stop.
Sean
reset.
Wilsey showed me how to park it.
Did he?
Yep.
Yep, that's how you do it. And I have it on YouTube. So this is for Ronda movements. I also have it for ETA movements. You just type in Invicta Ryan. I have a lot of actually people that have seen it. So that's how you actually recalibrate.
Cool stuff. One more watch.
One
and
more.
then the preview.
That's right.
All right. Our next one, a Viper. It's the 53 millimeter Speedway Viper with the abalone dial.
Yeah, so a lot of color that goes along with this watch.
Really cool iridescent lens on this too.
Yeah, we call it that sort of that lasered crystal, if you will. That you have different
okay?
different colors and stuff. Yeah, so you'll see depending on the angle. We'll stop right there. You can see the different colors. Like if I tilt it down, usually you'll
It's
see more of a
interesting.
red
Our
look.
camera's
See
kind
that?
of, yeah, that's what I see, but
Yep.
our camera's kind of cut right through it. That's pretty cool.
Yep. Well, that's where you're seeing a little bit more for teal or blue, as you'll see right
That
here.
is sweet.
So yeah, and then the iridescent. So this is the first time, this is the only watch that we've actually had the iridescent plating, the abalone dial, and then the lasered crystal on this. So that tinted crystal. So definitely you're getting everything that comes along with this watch.
And probably one of our most affordable watches in our preview today, 66% off. So you're saving $250 if this is your first watch purchase. You're going to have a watch you're going to be reaching for all the time. This one has got a nice weight to it, feels great on the wrist. But the iridescent watches, I mean, how many other watchmakers have the selection that Invicta has?
Well, I don't.
Iridescent watches?
They don't have the selection. Some of the other watch manufacturers have been incorporating in the iridescent plating,
But not like Invicta has.
but not like us. Not with the quality. Not with the unique designs that we have. Also, you know, especially with an abalone shell, something like this too.
Yeah.
So, and if you don't like the iridescent abalone, that's fine. We have a ton of other watches that don't have that too. So Vic says, "Wow, is this new? I haven't seen this one before." I've presented this one actually once before. Some other questions.
Yeah, Vic, there's not that many left. We've got a couple dozen, and then it's gone.
Batman Sea Monster will be coming at Comic-Con. So all Comic-Con information you guys will find out here on Sunday during the Power Play. That's between 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern. So I want you guys to tune in for that show coming up here. There'll be Kendi, Justin, and me on.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So we'll kind of give sort of all the information you need to know about Comic-Con.
Awesome.
Yep. Let's see.
So you want to tell
any
everybody
other
about
questions? Yes. Should we keep on going? Are
Yeah.
we?
Last look. Give me one
Last
more.
look.
One look, Brian.
Okay.
One more look.
Here, we'll throw it on.
Eli, one more right here.
His wrist showing Brian's
There you
wrist.
go.
That looks sharp on you, BK.
Thanks. Yeah, I really like the triple threat.
There you go.
So again, you get a little bit of that finish. It just depends on the angle of the light in the room, but there you've got that abalone. Boy, it ties in so nicely with the case.
So what would you wear with that? Would you wear like a white shirt?
White shirt,
Yeah.
jeans. You bet. Any
you go.
leather jacket.
There you go.
Perfect.
We tease him next.
All right.
Teaser.
All right. So what we have coming up here is something that is launching here on the 29th. That should be Saturday. And you'll see here in just a moment. We have all of them, Eli? Where was the one I gave you? Okay. So here we go, coming up.
Back to you. I'm just showing you.
Now, are these live, and can they order these now?
That I don't know. I don't know if they're live. I know pricing
I would give
for
it a
sure
try.
will be in effect come Saturday.
Okay.
So I don't know right now.
look.
But Pete will check it out if you guys want to get in early. So it is coming up on the 29th, and it is 11 p.m. Eastern. So we have Star Wars with the bolt,
Including
but we have a
Star Wars case.
yeah, that's right, the Star Wars case. And look at this right there, you guys. Yep, it's unavailable right now, so it's not active. It will be on Saturday night.
And you're going to love that price.
Yes, you're going to love the price. It's going to be coming up. But Pete, if we could just show, because there's one new character, the first one, Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
So Kylo Ren is a new character to the Star Wars collection for us and Invicta. Of course, he was son of Han Solo and also Princess Leia, nephew to Luke Skywalker. So if you've seen Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, actually he's got a huge role in those movies, and I'm sure in the next movies coming up too, he will be a big factor. So I've been wearing this watch here the last couple of weeks. I'll continue to wear this. But yeah, Saturday night, you guys. I'm expecting Kylo will be the big ticket here.
You think
coming
that'll
up.
be the first
Yep.
sellout?
Yep.
Well, hopefully we
that's
got
what
more
I'm
of that one
imagining.
in.
So you can see all that detail. And then, of course, then the influence of the bolt on each one of these, where we have that
Cabling's
cable
awesome.
that goes around, highly, highly detailed. And even look at, you can see for the movement on the inside, all the different registers for the movement. Cool
Love
stuff.
it in the eyes.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, that was quick. That was our show.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us get set up right there at the beginning.
Yeah.
But
Next
when
show-
are you back on?
Well, the next show actually is coming up on the 2nd. So it's October 2nd. It'll be 3 p.m. Eastern for this show here. In terms of my next show, I'll tell you right now, it will be 6 p.m. on 29th.
All right, you're going to be there with Todd?
I'll be there with Todd.
Good times.
Thanks, BK.
All right. See you soon.
Thanks, you guys.